I'm Kerby Meyers. I'm the current chair of the International Executive Board of IABC. I've been in the role since last June of 2012, and I'll be in the role until June 2013. And this role is actually the top volunteer role in the organization, and it leads a board of 14 members. And we formulate the strategy and advise the staff, which is led by Chris Sork, our newer executive director. We advise him on how to implement that strategy and really make the organization go forward. 2013, we have a lot going on. One thing, actually, currently, we're taking applications for the Gold Quill Awards, and that we've looked at how can that be a better experience for the people who apply for Gold Quill Awards. In the past, there were some issues around the judging not being very good, and so we've really taken strides to kind of professionalize the judging and really make sure that people who apply to Gold Quill learn from it. It's a professional development experience, and hopefully they'll win, but if they don't, they'll really understand why their entry didn't hit the mark. We're also overhauling the accreditation program, which has been around for a number of years, but it wasn't effective in its operation or in its measurement of professionals. And so we've really looked at the testing side of it and trying to say how can we be more objective and really make communication professionals understand what they need to be accredited, but then also on the operational side in terms of reducing the volunteer hours that are needed and also streamlining the process so it's just easier to go through no matter where you are in the world. We've also taken some big steps with Communication World, our former magazine, and I say former because January, February was our final issue, and in May we start with an online-only edition. And what we've done, it will be monthly at that point. The print prior to this was every other month, but we merged it with the CW Bulletin, and instead of just taking the print and slapping it into a web page, we've made it a true interactive experience where the authors will provide podcasts, video interviews, links to other resources, and really make it a much richer experience as you read the articles, but then build your knowledge based on that. So we've got a lot coming up in 2013, and we're quite excited. Communication world, we're at an interesting point right now. There's a lot coming at us, a lot of change, a lot of different, whether it's just tactics or the way people use the tactics or tools. And we're at an interesting point where it's time to start saying some of these are effective, but how can we make them more effective? How can we integrate them more strategically for an organization? And it's as part of that, we're trying to IABC in its efforts is trying to step back from the tactical level and really trying to say, as we always have, how can we do this strategically? How can we help communication professionals back away from the noise and the shiny toys and such and say, how can I use these in my job, or perhaps more effectively, how can they not be used? How do they not help my organization? If we all get distracted this way, what are we going to lose here? So it's the next few years, just like the last few years, will be quite interesting on that front in terms of trying to sift through what's important and pull out the key pieces, and especially as it really informs the strategic approach of professional communicators.